Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, Chicharu, and Shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading this truth with sincerity. Shalom. So, the title of this video is going to be After the Rain Comes Sunshine. And what I want to talk about in this video is the fact that we're going through trials, tribulations, and afflictions in this truth. And, they can be compared to the rain or the storm in our life. And while we're in that situation, while the Most High puts us, within, those trials, or the lessons, better said, because 9 times out of 10, the Most High also has a lesson for us in store during those times, man. Which that's, up to every individual, what the Most High wants to, teach him. But those trials, tribulations, afflictions can be compared to, the rain, or can be compared to the storm. And while we're in there, it looks like there's, not an end in sight, man. It looks like, the situation that we're in might be, for a very long time, or, it might not, feel like it's ending at all. But speaking of, personal experience, man, in the 4 years that I've been in the truth, man, the last couple of months, were the hardest months for me on an emotional level, because a lot has changed in my life. For the betterment of myself, the lessons that I've learned, the things that I had to, overcome and deal with. But when I was going through all those things, man, it felt like I would be, stuck in the negative feelings, man. You're gonna have issues, with your mental health. Might be your physical health as well that's going to be suffering from it, from whatever you're going through. The financial situations that also make it more difficult, But the scriptures also says that the Most High won't suffer us above than we're able to handle, man. So even though the situations might look like they're gonna, last a long time, the Most High knows exactly, when to pull the plug, man. Like when to pull the plug out of the bathtub, man, so that we won't drown, man, so that we won't, basically drown because of the water, man. And that's the balance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because if the Most High would only, how you say that? Pound upon us with all these trials, tribulations, and afflictions, man, then that would not be a balanced way of how we would live our life, man. Our life comes with ups and downs, man. The downs are the lows, and the ups are, of course, the highs, man. The small blessings, that we gain and get, in this truth, man, in this walk of ours, man. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight, man. And first and foremost, this is referring to actual balances and weights that were used back in the days, because our people used to falsify the balance, man. We used to deceive, where we would, buy and sell, man. But this scripture can also be applied, about how the Most High enjoys a man, that is very balanced in his life. Meanwhile, that shows the character of the Heavenly Father himself. And he is also a very balanced power, so he won't only jack up a person. He will also give him blessings and let him come out of that situation that he was in, man. For how long, nobody knows. But as it says, after the rain comes sunshine, man. And these are things that we need to constantly remind ourselves, man. Because it even says in the book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 25, in the day of prosperity there is forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction there is no more remembrance of prosperity, man. So someone that is being set up by the Heavenly Father in a good situation, he don't remember, the bad times that the Most High gave him, man. But turn it around, man. A man that is in the state of being afflicted, he won't remember the good times that he had in his life, man, because he's in that situation, and it just, seems to take so long, man. But that's not the case. The Most High will take you out of it, man. And for me, hey, to be honest, man, for me it took about half a year, to get over the situation and to really, comprehend what has happened and to learn my lessons. But for someone else, it might, take even longer, man. For someone else, it might even, last a very short period of time. I can't tell you that, man. The Most High is dealing with you accordingly, man. Concerning the lessons that you need to learn, and concerning the things that the Most High wants you to go through, to suffer, man. Because the suffering, according to Romans the 5th chapter, also brings a great desire, man. Because if you experience certain things and you'd be like, no, I don't want to have this, I don't want to experience these things, you're going to desire the things that you actually want, man. That's the thing that we desire the most. That's the kingdom, man. We desire the things that are laid up for us in heaven, man. So by the Most High putting us through these trials, tribulation, affliction on this side, we're going to have a desire for the kingdom. Because that's where we should be with our minds, man. This is Sirach chapter 11, verse 27. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end his days shall be discovered. So the affliction of 1 hour maketh a man forget pleasure, man. You see how fast that can go? A man being afflicted for only 1 hour, he forgets about the joy and pleasure that he had, man. That's the mindset that we usually get trapped in, man. We get constantly stuck in the fact that we are being afflicted, that we're going through these trials and tribulations, that we're suffering, but we should often also look at the blessings that we have in our life, man. Are you able to wake up in the morning, and still breathe? Are you able to, thank the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for, giving you another day in His truth, man? Are you able to, count your blessings on one hand, two hands, or, all your ligaments, man? Are you able to do so, man? Are you able to see your children, are your children still alive? Are you able to, to give your parents a hug and things like that, man? But these are the smaller blessings that we still, should account, man. You see? But all in all, after the rain comes sunshine, man. Once the storm is passed over, the lessons are being learned, then comes the sunshine again, man. And one thing that I've also learned is that it's this kind of quote that is being how you say that is being spread upon the internet, but it's comparing life's obstacles and difficulties with making a test. Before the test, you have all these questions that you can ask the teacher. All these things that you're able to learn. And then the day of the test comes, man, and then the teacher keeps silence because you have to make the test, man. And the trials, tribulations, and afflictions can be compared to the test that we're making, and the Most High being silent during those times, because you have to figure out a way, to deal with the situation and come out of it, man. And afterwards, your result is going to be manifested. Afterwards, the Most High shall bring forth, a new beginning in your life, man. The scripture even says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning, man. I made a video about how, the end of you being put in trials, tribulations, and afflictions is better than the beginning. Because in the beginning, you don't know how to deal with that situation. But in the end, you have learned so many lessons. You're able to handle the situation. You're able to deal with it. Because everything at first is difficult. Everything that you put your hands towards, is difficult in the beginning, man. That's a fact. That's just straight up facts. So this is Sirach, chapter 18, verse 25. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger. When thou art rich, think upon poverty and need, man. This is going to keep you humble. This is going to keep you humble because you understand that there was a time that you had nothing, that you was begging for bread, that you was asking, people for money, that you had nothing, man. It's going to keep you humble to know the state that you was in. Even in the time when you are poor and when you have no riches, but think upon the time when you had those things. Because the Most High is a very balanced power, and after the rain comes the sunshine. The Most High might take away a little bit of money, but afterwards, He might bless you with more than you lost. You see? And that's the beautiful thing, about the Heavenly Father, man. And Apostle Paul, he knew about this. He knew about the way that the Most High works, man. He gives and He takes. This is Philippians chapter 4, verse 12. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. So Apostle Paul said, I know how to be in a lower state, to have nothing. But I also know how it is to have abundance. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. He was, being put through those situations as well, man. But he kept his faith. He kept the belief that, yes, I'm being put in a situation, but the Most High is going to take me out of it. There's going to be sunshine after the rain, man. After the rain comes sunshine. And the Most High is silent during those times when it's raining or when there is a test to be made by you in this life. But afterwards, the result shall be manifest, and you shall be able to have your answers as well, man. You shall have your lessons and your blessings. You see? So our desire, this video was edifying, and with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakudash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, teaching rule well, and shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading truth and sincerity. Shalom.